Man from nearby Wichita, it's Breece Hall. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Galloway. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
To throw on 3rd down. Galloway. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Pulled in at the 24. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. The Chiefs at 6-4 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Yellow, 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Easy. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Now here's Mahomes. He gets it to Sims, complete. Down inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Ball again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Galloway. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First carry for the Oklahoma State man, Chuba Hubbard. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Galloway escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Galloway. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Operating from the gun, Galloway. And a quick throw here that's complete. Touchdown! Denzel Mims. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up. Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got a man complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And give him a gain of 37.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes' throw there complete to Sims. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City 1st down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
43! 43!
Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And it's caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman with career touchdown number 75. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down. The slot man in motion right.
On second down, a run with Hall.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage or mixed traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Hall.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Hall on a give up the middle.
And some room to maneuver.
And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Looking to throw on second down. Galloway. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Tershawn Wharton
gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Mims has got it. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Joseph connects on the extra point. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It got his man complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Mahomes. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important.
Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for KC. 68 yards.
And, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, third and goal. Mahomes now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
And his kick is good, and it will push the lead up to 5. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. And all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Tershawn Wharton, the one to get him to the ground on the defensive side.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
That's caught by his tight end, Kylen Granson.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
On third down, here's Hall.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some slop. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
first down right back to Hall.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. That's gonna be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Yeah, he'll find Hall.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Galloway. He finds Wilson. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
Throw left side, taken in by Mims. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
That's caught. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. One thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around. Extra point attempt to come here. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go again with Hall. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead. The Jets on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll give to Hall. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 79 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line.
Straight ahead is Hall.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
A handoff for Hall.
And he's got some space here. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Hall again.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly was told that you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Jabril Cox
coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
3rd and long. It's Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And here's Ryan right now.
And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Here's 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
If we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helped contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees the zone coverage. A little bit slow to get rid of the football.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. And the Chiefs have just about sewn up this football game.
Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught inside the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Throwing on first down. Galloway. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League. It was fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I got to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Chiefs, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.